And now, it's time for Levack and Goz to answer the question, why?
Why? Tell me why?
Why?
Time for Wednesday Why. We ask the most puzzling questions in the sports universe, and then we make sense of them like only we can, by basically making no sense of them at all.
Well,
why? I don't know.
This one starts off as one of the ones we're trying to figure out. Some Siena fans, Levack, believe or are hoping that Rick Pitino could be their next head coach. Why?
Huffing paint's a hell of a drug, cuz. Well, look, here's the thing. If Siena has an air about it. It has a pedigree. It is a very highly regarded university. And that's not just around here. But it ain't that highly regarded. So people are just overshooting. You know what I mean? It's like when your buddy's bombed out of his head, he's got a little bit of puke on his shirt, and he goes and hits on the hottest chick in the bar. He's going to get turned down. But he doesn't believe that.
Shooters gotta shoot.
Shooters gotta shoot.
Okay. Like, there's so many sports fans over the course of the last few months that have had a pipe dream for a head coach. And actually, your favorite NFL franchise might be the reason for this, that fan bases are getting out of control, because the Raiders actually did it. The Raiders actually lured John Gruden out of the Monday Night Football broadcast booth to come back and coach in the NFL. It happened. Tennessee football fans wanted to do it. You could go through this all the time of the crazy coach. Arizona State got Herm Edwards. Like, I don't even know if that was a pipe dream, but it was crazy. Siena fans, please, hopefully this is the last time. You got to let it go. Okay, Pitino says no, then he says yes, then he says maybe, then...
Well, he never said yes. He's flirting, but he never...
He may have been interested from a friend who may have told his friend that he was interested.
His ego with all your interests.
Yeah, so move away from the Rick Pitino thing. Focus on other candidates. It's not happening.
Step away from the former Louisville coach. Please.
Giancarlo Stanton is still struggling for the Yankees. Why?
God hates me. I think it's if you look back, almost everybody adapts. Or takes time to. Giambi was terrible in the beginning. Didi was terrible in the beginning. The guys who don't grow up in the organization seem to have a hiccup when they get here. I heard Aaron Boone talk about the potential of dropping him in the lineup a little bit. And I think he's got the right mindset. Don't drop him too far, because then you're making a huge mistake. But I think it'll be fine. I think he still ends up with 40-plus home runs. I think it's cold. I think it's the adjustment period, and I think it'll all be fine.
Shifting to the AL East with some decent staffs. I know he struggled a bit against the Marlins in that series as well, but it looks for me like Giancarlo Stanton is struggling because the pitchers are trying to throw their absolute best stuff against him. We're talking about the National League MVP. He might have some situations where he struggles. Now, it doesn't help him out any much that Aaron Judge is getting on base and scoring, that Didi Gregorius over 20 games now, some odd, might be the American League MVP. That's how good he's been early in this season. So all those things make Stanton look bad. Please, Yankee fans, I know we had a caller earlier in the week say this, that it was a mistake. It's 3 weeks into the season. You have the National League MVP. The guy is going to figure it out. He's going to be around for the Yankees for a long time. This is not a one-year rental. This is Giancarlo Stanton in the prime of his career after an MVP season. Nathan Peterman. This one's coming in actually from Daniel. Daniel tweeted this one in. Nathan Peterman will have a chance to be a starting quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Peterman said that, quote, it's his understanding that no matter what happens in the upcoming NFL draft, he has a shot to become the starting quarterback for the Bills. Levack, why?
Due diligence, guys. He won them over at one point, and they're just going to make sure that he really can't cut it before they cut him loose. He had a terrible start. If he didn't throw 5 interceptions, he would have been the starter the rest of the season. But
why? Can I slip it in right there quickly? Why was that going to happen?
Adjustment period, getting used to it, weather.
No, say the real answer. The Bills wanted to lose. Okay, they wanted to tank. They wanted to be bad.
They wanted to lose, but in spite of him, in a perfect world for the Bills organization, they would have lost, and Peterman would have been like a 250-yard, 55% completion guy with very few interceptions. Because then they could be like, all right, we got a quarterback. We can draft everything else we need. We can move forward. He just he just sucked.
Which is also kind of strange, too, because if Peterman was actually good in those final games, would they have really passed on guys who they may be interested in? A Rosen, an Allen, a Darnold, a Jackson, a Mayfield. Would they have really, for all these picks that they had stockpiled, had 6 picks in the top 3 rounds and not used a single one on a quarterback? That would have been interesting to see.
Well, maybe considering that their starting center and guard both walked away unexpectedly, they might have been able to. That might have been a better shopping list. So just go, okay, let's go get those.
Maybe trade for a veteran on another team and give them those picks. As for Peterman, of all the New York teams, the Jets and the Giants, I'd be the most surprised if the Bills do not draft a quarterback. And if that ends up being the case, Peterman's going to be the third-string quarterback. A.J. McCarron's already there, likely to start week 1, whoever the rookie is, and then Peterman. So, good luck for him. Maybe the coach has told you can still compete. 2 more here for you. Des Bryant wants to play in the NFC East. Why?
He's a bitter man. Well, familiarity with the teams, probably a good thing, but I think it all comes down to he's angry he got cut loose. He wants another chance to rub it in Dallas's nose 2 times a year and hopefully keep them out of the playoffs. Plus, he would love to look over to the sideline at all the Garrett guys and flip them the bird while running into the end zone.
2 out of 16 is not a lot. Okay, that's 1/8. We're talking about 12.5% of the season. You got 88%. Yeah, Des, 88 basically percent of the season to play other teams. I don't know if that's worth taking a pay cut, not having the right role, not having the right quarterback for you, just to play against the Cowboys twice. You might get the Cowboys once, signing with a team in a different division. Maybe even the AFC, you still get the Cowboys. So I get why in this question he wants exactly what you said, stick it to the Cowboys. But that's not a good enough reason to go to the NFC East.
You think Des Bryant isn't crazy.
Last one here. We talked about it a little bit about a half hour ago. Tom Brady has not committed to the New England Patriots for their future 2018 season. Why?
Because my man is hanging out with a supermodel wife, living the dream. He's watching almost every talented player he ever knew leave the team in a mass exodus. And he's into a bit of a scuffle with Belichick. You brought up the point. He doesn't like being ripped in film sessions. Oh, hey, Tom, it's Bill. When are you coming? When are you coming to camp? What are you doing? When are you going to leave me alone in film sessions? Oh, you're not? I'm not coming back. I think this is the final sign that the foundation of the dynasty that is the Patriots is crumbling.
I feel a little bit different. The answer for me for why he didn't tell him, because he doesn't have to. You guys going to fire Brady? You guys going to trade Brady? You going to cut Brady? And you're not doing any of that stuff. Brady knows he has the leverage. He's been there for almost 20 years. He's won 5 Super Bowls. He's the NFL's MVP. At 40 years old, he can show up when he feels like it. I'm sorry people don't like that answer.
He's only hurt himself.
Maybe. But if he wants to go hang out, like you brought up earlier, hang out and ride camels with the supermodel wife, he wants to take some days off in training camp, he wants to work out with Alex Guerrero and eat and drink and do whatever he wants with that crazy workout, I think he's earned the right. I think we all should trust what Tom Brady's doing a little bit and not expect him to hang out with the 20-somethings and the undrafted rookies that lift weights. I think Brady's got this one covered.
He's always done it before. Lead by example. That's what I say. If not, I'm out of here because I have a very similar thing going on here. I'm just saying.
It's the second time you've compared yourself to Tom Brady today.
Same age, can't relate to these people in the studio, locker room.
Considered an all-time great by one.
Yep.
You.
Many awards.
I'm not going to say anything.
I'm just saying.
It's a team award.
Well.